You're quite sure you're ready to return to duty?
I'm sure. Boss, thanks.
Losing your mother, especially in such terrible circumstances, is a tragedy. If you need more compassionate leave, you've got it.
I appreciate that, but what I need is to get stuck in. And right now, Devis is waiting for me.
Good man. I'll come with you. I want to see this.
Nathan?
Yes, Box?
You have an incoming message request. The sender's ident is Sanchita Varma. Designation, Senior Custodian.
1 minute, Box. Paul, you go and meet Devis. I'll join you shortly. Don't wait for me. Get started.
Sure thing. And Nathan, thanks for everything.
No thanks needed. Box, I'll take that call now. Screen on.
Commander Spring, hello. Or should I call you Coordinator?
Either works, but you're welcome to call me Nathan.
Thank you. I'm Sanchita.
Hello, Sanchita.
I wanted to let you know our shuttle's on final approach. My custodians and I will be with you in about an hour.
That's good to know. I look forward to you taking the prisoners off our hands.
When we arrive, I'd like to go over the security arrangements before I take custody of the prisoners. If that's all right?
That's no problem. I'm sure you'll be happy with...
Nathan, we need to talk.
Kenzy, I'm in the middle of a call.
I can wait.
Sanchita, I'm sorry about this.
No problem at all, Nathan. I've said all I need for now. I'll leave you to get on. See you soon. Screen off.
Kenzy, what's the meaning of this?
You know damn well. Alice Okoro.
Well, no, we've had this conversation.
And we're having it again. She doesn't belong in a cell. She shouldn't even be under arrest.
You said yourself you found her near Anya Selby's body with a gun.
Yeah, and I had a gun, but I didn't kill Anya either. Also, Alice was the one who hired Anya. Why would she want to kill her?
Perhaps because she wasn't expecting her to find evidence that would incriminate Wolf.
What, you reckon she'd murder someone to protect her boss?
Well, he's not only her boss. Russell Wolf and Alice Okoro are lovers.
What?
Forensics found messages between them on her phone going back years. They've been an item almost since their army days, but we're keeping it quiet. Apparently Wolf believed it would harm his business to be seen fraternizing with his staff.
They were partners.
And maybe partners in crime. How likely is it that he shared his bed but didn't share his criminal activities?
I spoke to her. Okay, not for long. But I got the feeling she was legit. She didn't kill Anya Selby, I'm certain of that.
Look, enough. For what it's worth, I trust your judgment, and maybe she is innocent. But there are solid grounds to suspect her, both of Selby's murder and of involvement with the collective.
But Nathan...
No, I said enough. Within a few hours, Alice Okoro and her boyfriend will be handed over to prison custodians for transfer to Earth, and things will take their course. It's called doing our job. Live with it.
I'll live with it. Sure.
Look, I tell you what, Devis and Paul are about to interview her. I'm going to observe, and it might be a good idea for you to come with me. Perhaps you won't be so sure of her innocence once you hear what she has to say for herself.
Or maybe you will.
Come on. We'll watch from in here through the one-way glass.
They started. I'll turn on the speaker.
And start answering our questions. This could become a long day, love.
I'm not saying anything to either of you. And don't call me love.
Look, you're not helping yourself.
If you're innocent, you've got nothing to hide.
I don't know who I can trust. Not you two for a start. Where's pal Kenzy? I might speak to her.
Oh, you might, eh? You seem to have the wrong idea how this works.
If you let me interview her, I might get somewhere.
No, not yet at least.
Nathan...
I said no. You're too close to this.
You see, you don't get to pick who you're interviewed by. So you're stuck with us.
Stuck is right. I'm innocent, and you've no evidence otherwise.
At the very least, we've got you for possession of a firearm.
That gun is fully licensed. I'm authorised to carry it.
Not in space, you're not. No shooters out here.
Here, it's contraband.
Contraband? Really? What else have you got me on? Littering?
Talk us through your relationship with Russell Wolf.
No comment.
We know you love us.
No comment.
And lovers don't usually keep secrets from each other, do they? You knew he was the head of the collective, didn't you?
Let me say one thing and then we're done.
We're listening.
Russell Wolfe is a kind man. A philanthropist. He does good supporting charities across the world. This collective is nasty, cruel, and merciless. That's not something that the man I know and love would have anything to do with.
Then want to tell us what he was doing in that mine, trying to kill one of our officers?
Trying to kill?
He was going to shoot Kenzy.
He would have done if me and my commander hadn't been there to stop him.
I didn't see any of that.
No, you were out cold. Convenient.
Well, someone must have hit me.
And who might that have been? There was only you, Kenzy, and your boyfriend there.
According to you. I'm not saying another word until I get back to Earth and my lawyer's with me. I won't have you twisting what I say to incriminate Russell. He's innocent.
If you really believe that, you want to wake up and smell the coffee. Love.
We're done.
All right, Paul, Colin, that'll do for now. Take Miss Okoro to the detention area, will you?
Will do, boss. Let's go.
Did that seem like a guilty woman to you? She genuinely believes he's innocent.
Or it was a good act.
Oh, show some heart, mate.
Oh, I'm not without compassion. I've even done her a kindness. I've arranged for her and Wolf to share the same detention cell.
You've done what?
In you go.
Alice.
Russell.
We'll leave you two lovebirds to get reacquainted. But oi, no hanky-panky.
That man's a dinosaur.
Oh, never mind him, love. Oh, it's good to see you. Let me hold you. What's the matter? Is something wrong?
Wrong? You mean apart from being imprisoned and accused of murder and criminal conspiracy?
Murder?
They're saying maybe I killed Anya Selby. They also said you tried to kill Pal Kenzy.
They spoke to you? What did you say?
Is it true, Russell?
Kenzy pulled a gun on me.
Is it true that you're the head of the collective?
Alice, sweetheart, don't worry. I am not going to prison.
That's not an answer.
I don't care for the question, especially from you. Don't you trust me?
I put myself on the spot for you. They think I'm guilty, and when they interviewed me, I protected you. There were things I could have mentioned but didn't.
Like what?
Like the necklace. That Alexandrite necklace you gave me a few days ago. You know, I almost told you about my suspicions then. The reason I didn't was because you had that big charity thing coming up and I didn't want to worry you. I wanted to be sure of my suspicions before I told you.
What suspicions?
About the accountant you said had got it for you. The accountant nicknamed Grandma. Then Anya found a dirty money trail leading to someone using the name Grandma.
Wait a minute. Stop talking.
Russell, I need you to explain
How likely is it, do you think, that the police are in a habit of placing their newly arrested prisoners in a cell where they can chat with each other?
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't think this conversation's private.
I think they might be listening to us.
You're not wrong, chum.
Damn it.
Just when it was getting interesting.
Worth a try.
Still is. Keep watching them and listening. They might slip up.
Right you are.
If they do, I'll be in my office. And then I'll be meeting the custodians off their shuttle. Kenzy, come with me.
Do you still think she's guilty?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. She doesn't know anything about it. She's asking him if it's true he's running the collective.
It sounds compelling.
Right.
Unless she's worked out before he did that we might be listening in. And it's what she wanted us to hear.
That's a stretch.
In all honesty, I'm inclined to think you're right. But she's still got a case to answer. She'll be taken to Earth in a few hours by Varma and her custodians. No doubt, once she's there, she'll have the very best lawyers Russell Wolfe can provide.
So what should we talk about?
I don't know. How did we get here, Russell?
Coppers jumping to the wrong conclusion.
No, I mean, it's not how I thought things would pan out for us. Remember when we met?
Oh, yeah. Happy days.
You were never that happy in the army.
I thought I would be. I mean, I was an officer, wasn't I? My old mum, God rest her soul, was very proud of Lieutenant Russell Wolfe, so she was.
Working class boy done good, son. That's what you are, she used to say.
All right, yeah, I've told this story before, once or twice.
Once or 40 times.
But you're right, it was too strict, too many rules, and I wasn't that happy. At least not until a gorgeous Royal Military Police captain crossed my path in Cyprus. What is it, 10 years ago?
11.
11. Yeah, you'll be right. You always are with dates, anniversaries. 11 years since our eyes met across that room at Episcopi Barracks.
That room was an interview room.
Yeah, so?
It wasn't exactly a romantic interlude. I was questioning you about a series of thefts from the garrison stores.
You questioned everyone.
Not everyone. Just those with access to the stores. And you were in charge of procurement. You had particularly privileged access.
You cleared me, though, didn't you?
I didn't find any evidence that you were involved. Not the same thing. We didn't find evidence against anyone else either. Whoever did it got away with it.
Must have been frustrating for you.
You resigned your commission shortly after.
I've told you before I wanted to make money, and I wasn't going to do that in the army. And it worked out better than I could have hoped. Successful in business, successful in love.
Did you recruit me to the company because you fancied me?
Oh, I needed a senior investigator to protect my business interests, and I'd seen how you operated. Sure, I was attracted to you, but I'd not be much of a businessman if I allowed that to affect my decisions. No, my feelings developed later.
I've not thought about that investigation in Episcopi for years. The one that got away.
You win some, you lose some.
Was it you, Russell?
What?
I'm asking. Was it you who was responsible for those thefts?
I feel like I'm being interrogated again.
I love you, Russell. Never doubt it. I don't want to believe what they say, but if it's true...
You know, I'm glad it was you that investigated me all those years ago. You're straight as they come. You would never fit up an innocent man.
Not like these star cops.
Here we go.
Is that for our benefit, you think?
Or hers. Or both.
Favour. A bunch of cast-offs from real police forces, and some aren't even full-time, hardly professional.
I can't agree with that.
You tell him, love.
She's growing on me.
They've impressed me with what I've seen of them over the last few months, for the most part.
Alice, they've got you locked in a cell for something you didn't do.
I was a red cap, like you said, Russell. Army, Royal Military Police, but still police. And I know that being arrested doesn't mean you'll necessarily be charged. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That Nathan Spring seems like a good leader. Irascible, but good at his job.
Now who's saying things for our benefit?
I say they're incompetent and very possibly corrupt.
Charming.
If you rely on proving your innocence with this lot, you could spend a long time in prison regretting it. And I'll tell you another thing.
Hang on. What's he up to?
Getting close so we can't hear, that's what. Any way we can get this?
No chance. It's on top sensitivity as it is.
Listen to me. You should be ready to save yourself rather than rely on others.
What does that mean?
Just what I say. Be ready, just in case. Now, what next? Whoever?
Yeah, thanks for the update, Devis. I'll tell you what, you and Paul can rest your eyes and ears. It's being recorded. We can review the tapes at our leisure. They're not going anywhere except jail.
Much appreciated.
Screen off.
What do you make of that?
It's hard to know. It could be real, or it could be a pantomime for our benefit.
Nathan,
Yeah, go ahead, Box.
you asked to be notified when Senior Custodian's Farmer shuttle arrives. It is currently on final descent to Shuttle Station 2.
Yeah, thank you.
Here they come.
Welcome to Moonbase.
Nathan, good to see you in person. One moment, please. Helmets off, everyone.
You can use these lockers to stow your helmets and your suits.
Thank you.
This is my deputy, Acting Chief Superintendent, Pal Kenzy.
A pleasure.
Sorry for interrupting your call earlier.
That was you. Please. It's nothing to apologise for.
I see your people are armed.
With Category A prisoner transfers, we're always armed.
Regular firearms. Not the laser versions we carry.
We feel bullets have more stopping power.
They also require extra care if they're used in a pressurised environment.
I'm hopeful that won't be necessary in any environment. if the security plan is robust enough. There's one issue that already gives me cause for concern. I have a request.
And what's that?
On the descent, I noticed shuttles in flight and movement on the lunar surface.
Well, supply shuttles travel between the outposts and Moonbase all the time. Moon rovers too.
I would like all shuttles grounded immediately, and all moon rovers excluded from the area of this base and the launch site.
You what? Ground all shuttles?
Until we've left with the prisoners.
It would be very disruptive.
You bet it would.
I'll issue the order when you're ready to take the prisoners to the shuttle. Not before. When you leave Moonbase with the prisoners, you can be sure the area will be clear.
Very well. Forgive my excess of caution.
Oh, no, not at all. It's your job.
Nathan, if we're done here, I'd like to head out to the launch station and make sure everything's in place for the transfer.
Good idea.
I wonder if my team could be shown somewhere to take refreshments and relax for now.
Yeah, I'll show them to the dining area before I go to the shuttle station.
Most kind.
Sanchita, would you like to come to my office and we can go over the transfer procedure?
If it's all right with you, I'd prefer to see the prisoners first.
Certainly.
At least we won't have to keep our relationship a secret anymore.
That was never strictly necessary. It was your decision.
We've been over this 1,000 times. You're my employee. A relationship with my head of security would not have gone down well with the board or my investors.
We've got company.
Hello again.
Who's this?
I'm Senior Custodian Sanchita Varma of the European Prison Service. I'm here to take you both back to Earth, where you will be detained on remand under maximum security conditions.
Maximum security? This gets more ridiculous all the time.
Be silent, Wolf.
It's Mr. Wolf. Thank you.
Let me make myself clear, Wolf. When you leave this cell, you will be in my custody, and you will do exactly what you are told when you are told. Failure to do so will result in you being restrained and gagged. If you wish to travel with a modicum of dignity, you will comply with all instructions. Am I understood? Am I understood?
Russell, please.
Yeah, all right. Understood.
Better.
When do we leave?
Within the hour, hopefully.
Once I'm satisfied with the security arrangements.
We'll be back to collect you when we're ready. Senior Custodian?
Yes. I'm done here.
She's horrible.
Intimidation tactics. Don't let her concern you.
Are you always so forthright with your prisoners?
It gets the relationship off to the right start. Now, standard procedure is for me to walk through the route we'll be taking the prisoners, looking for potential ambush points.
Ambush?
I have to cover every contingency, however unlikely. We know they blackmailed and recruited some Moonbase personnel through the gambling setup you shut down. Nice job, by the way.
Thank you. I'll take you through the route.
I'd also like to take a moon rover back out to the launch site to double check what conditions will be there for us.
This way.
As we go, could I ask some questions?
Sure.
How many personnel are on Moonbase? And do they have access to firearms?
The only people with guns are my star cops, and there aren't that many of us on Moonbase itself. The ISPF is spread out across the Moon outposts and near Earth stations.
I see.
A word to the wise, if you're planning on using the Kazi, I'd give it 10 minutes if I was you.
Too much information, mate.
What are you doing? Anything I can help with?
Just standard. Logging those custodian details. They need to be on Nathan's transfer order when he signs over the prisoners.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hang about. Jane Seacombe, she's one of them.
You know her?
Know her? Janie? Oh, we were at police college together. Walked our first beats together. Well, we had some right laughs.
Good copper, then?
Oh, no. Good laugher, shit copper. Only lasted 3 years. I'd forgotten she joined the prison mob. God, imagine her turning up here. Small world, innit?
Even smaller moon.
I'm gonna go find her. Catch up on old times.
Kenzy left them having a meal in Recreation 2.
Janie Seacombe. Hoo-hoo. Imagine that.
All strapped in.
Ready when you are.
Course to the shuttle station's laid in. Off we go. I must say, you're very thorough.
Organised crime prisoners make me nervous. They tend to have pre-arranged escape plans for most eventualities. It's the job of me and my team to be ready for those plans.
They're a tight group, your team?
Actually, we've not worked together before. I needed officers trained in operating off-world, and there aren't that many in the service. They were chosen for me, and they come from all over.
I'm sure they'll do a good job. Excuse me, screen on. Commander Nathan Spring, open circuit to Chief Superintendent Kenzy at Shuttle Station 1.
Nathan, what can I do for you?
I'm just calling to let you know I'm heading your way with Sanchita, checking the arrangements for when she comes through with her prisoners.
I'll let the station supervisor know.
Screen off.
I'm very grateful for all your help.
Everything to smooth the way of getting those two off my moon.
Oh, hello, you lot. I thought you were having some grub.
We had our meal. Excuse me, we're busy.
Oh, I was on my way to see you as it happens, or one of you. Oh, where's Janie?
Janie?
Jane Seacombe. We used to work together.
Did you really?
Well, is she still in the dining room? Here, hang about. Your badge says Seacombe, but you're not Janie.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Don't do anything silly. Devis. I assume your name badge is accurate?
What's going on here?
What's going on is you're going to do exactly as you're told, starting with, let's get you out of sight.
You fire that thing and half of Moonbase will hear it.
But it would be the last thing you... After him!
We'll not find him before he can raise the alarm. Okay? Things have changed. Contingency plan Alpha. Move!
Contingency plan Alpha, eh? Screen on. Inspector Colin Devis, urgent call for Commander Nathan Spring.
Where will they be held when you get them back to Earth?
I'm afraid that's information I can't divulge at this time. I'm sure you understand.
I suppose so. Excuse me, I'll just take this. Screen on. Devis, you look flustered. What's up?
Nathan, get back here. It's gone tits up.
What's happened?
Those custodians ain't custodians. They're using false IDs. One pulled a gun on me.
They what?
Screen off.
What?
What he said was, he had a gun pulled on him. Much like the one I'm pointing at you now. Stop the moon rover, Nathan. I said stop. Now.
All right. Who are you?
I really am Senior Custodian Sanchita Varma. My team, however, I was being truthful when I said they were chosen for me. Chosen by the collective. I provided them with identities from the prison service personnel database.
I suppose this is one of those pre-arranged escape plans you mentioned.
Well, this wasn't quite the plan. We were supposed to collect Russell Wolfe and the Okra woman without incident and deliver them to a safe haven on Earth.
It's gone wrong.
We're prepared for complications.
Collective must be paying you a great deal for you to throw everything away like this.
More Eurodollars than you'll have ever seen in your lifetime.
What now?
I'm afraid now I have to kill you.
Screen on.
Kenzy, look, there's some problem. The Janie I thought was going to be and those collectors.
Slow down, mate. What's up?
Well, those those custodians. They pulled a gun on me, that's what. I got away, called Nathan, but the call was cut off. He was in a moon rover with that Varma.
I know. They're coming to me at the shuttle station. What do you mean the custodians pulled a gun on you?
I mean, they're bent. They must be with the collective. They'll want to take Wolf out of here, all right, but they won't be taking him to Pokey.
What are they doing now?
Dunno. I heard them say something about contingency plan Alpha.
Right, everyone pay attention. You are now prisoners of the collective. Stay where you are, and you won't get hurt. You, where's the main communications control panel? Show me. Thank you. Jim? Right. You two, stay here and watch these people. Tie them up. We'll deal with the next bit.
All right, I'll try and get hold of Nathan. You contact Paul and do what you can there.
Right.
And Colin.
Yeah?
Don't take any chances with this lot. Shoot first and ask...
Ask questions later, don't worry. Let me know if you...
Colin? What's wrong with this thing? Reconnect with Inspector Colin Devis. Right, connect me to Commander Nathan Spring, high priority. Computer diagnostic report. Communications network status on screen. I think I just found out what contingency plan A involves. Cutting off our comms. Although, maybe not all of them.
Come on. Screen on.
You're wasting your time with that, mate. Comms are down, we got trouble.
What kind of trouble?
The time to get tooled up kind.
What do we need guns for?
Well, Wolf's mates at the collective have come to get him, and it's our job to stop them.
Just as well we've got the custodians here to help.
Yeah, about that.
Now what?
Put on your suit's life support backpack.
We're going somewhere?
You are. Get on with it.
There's about half an hour's air left in this pack.
That's half an hour longer than you'll get if you stay here.
So I go outside or what? You'll shoot me?
That's the idea.
I don't think you're the kind to shoot someone in cold blood, or you'd have done it already.
Try me.
You'd rather send me out there to die where you don't have to watch.
Open the hatch. I've removed your comms battery, so don't imagine you can radio for help. Get out. I'm sorry it turned out this way, Nathan.
Yeah, not as sorry as I am.
Goodbye.
Now, wait a minute. Father, stop! God. I can't see a thing with it. I was at the top of this slope.
Devis, there's a body.
Do what?
It's one of ours. Dave Mackey. Dead. Shot in the head.
The bastards. Here, someone's coming. Stop! Armed police!
Well, hello again, officer.
Both of you, drop your guns. You got 3 seconds. 1, 2... Wise. Now tell me, what were you doing in the detention corridor? Oh, gone all shy, have we? Paul, have a look, mate. Check Wolf and that Alice bird are still locked in their cell. I can handle these two.
Sure. The cell's still locked. Everything looks... No, hang on. There's something here. Stuck to the door. It's a time charge!
Nicely done. Alice, come on. Alice! I said, come on. Help has arrived.
It's true then.
What?
Everything they said about you. You are who they say you are.
Yes, it's true. I lead the collective. I founded it. Think of it like a business project, a very successful one.
It's not business, it's crime.
It's crime with a business model. Acquisition, Hostile takeovers, elimination of competitors, but most importantly, money. Lots of it.
You're a gangster.
I'm still me, Alice. You'll get used to it. I am still the man you always loved.
I didn't want this.
I kept it from you because I wanted to protect you. Because I love you. Now you know, and I'm glad. And you must come with me, quickly.
I don't know.
The people who've come to rescue us will take us somewhere where we can be free. Stay here, and you'll spend the rest of your life behind bars. Well?
The outer wall is cracked.
The explosion must have caused structural damage. Quickly, get out! Alice, smash that panel on the wall. Hit the button. Emergency bulkhead. It's sealed off that end of the corridor. We're safe.
That was close.
Decision made then. You're coming with me.
What? You all right? Speak to me.
That's one of the Star Cops. So is this one. What's happened to him? Is he...
Dead? No, honey. I'll tell you what he is. He's leverage.
I made it. Just. Box.
Yes, Nathan.
Diagnostic on my suit's life support pack.
You have approximately 5 minutes, 30 seconds of air remaining.
That's depressing.
Your consumption rate was high due to your exertion in climbing to this spot.
It seemed like a good idea then. Hang on, it might still be. There's something moving out there. Is it a moon rover?
The vehicle's route will not bring it closer than 2 miles, Nathan.
Can you contact them?
I am unable to connect to the communications network.
Must be a way to signal. Somehow. My survival pack still has a good battery charge, yes?
It does.
Right.
What are you doing, Nathan?
I'm forcing open the battery panel.
Why?
So I can get to the power supply. If I can disrupt the battery power, cause a feedback surge.
If you do that, Nathan, the feedback will cause the pack to explode.
Yeah, hopefully.
You need the backpack for your air supply.
I need that moon rover to see me. And to get to me, hopefully. Hopefully before I suffocate. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now, I just have to detach the umbilical. And
It was a bright light, Nathan, but very brief.
Yes, Box, thank you.
Nathan?
I hope they saw that. I think I'm about.
Hello, Inspector.
Hold it right there.
You're hardly in a position to give orders. Not when I have your friend here.
Sorry, mate.
Not your fault, fella.
So why don't you drop your gun while he still has a head?
He means it. He'll shoot.
If he shoots my mate, I shoot him.
Then I shoot you, Inspector. Drop your gun.
Varma, you're in on this as well then?
What gave it away? The gun I'm sticking against your head. Do as I say.
No choice, Colin.
He's right, Colin.
Yeah, well.
Very wise.
I'll pick that up. Laser gun. Star Cop issue. Nice. I tested one of these in my military days. Wasn't right for our purposes, but it's a good weapon. I'll keep it.
I'll be having that back in due course.
You all right, Mr. Wolf?
Yes, I'm good, thank you.
This isn't as planned. I'm afraid this one got in the way.
Totally my pleasure.
Let's collect the others and get out of here. Bring these two.
Here, wait a minute. Varma, you were with Nathan. Where is he?
You won't be seeing him again.
What?
You killed him. You murdered him.
Condolences for your loss.
Nathan! Nathan! Wake up!
Hey, Kenzy.
Oh, that's a relief. Welcome back, mate.
Was that you in the moon room?
I saw your little firework display. You were lucky.
Sanchita Varma's in the play of the collective. She left me out there to die.
Yeah, I guessed as much. Devis had a run-in with her people.
Oh, Devis, yeah, that's right. He said one of them pulled a gun on him. We've got to send a message to Earth if they get away with Wolf.
No can do. They've shut down Moonbase comms, including the long-distance relay transmitter.
They've done their homework. Oh, Christ, so we're on our own. Just the two of us, huh?
Not quite. They didn't get full marks for their homework. They missed something. Look out the front screen.
Oh, what am I supposed to be... Oh, good Lord. Well done, Kenzy. Bloody well done.
Well, I'm impressed. Not only Moonbase central control in our hands, but with a nice bunch of hostages too, if we need them. Put these two with them.
All right, calm down.
Oh, we can sit ourselves down.
We should get out of here, shouldn't we?
Mr. Wolf, you'll want to see this. Out the window.
What is it?
Over there. On the horizon.
Where? Oh, yeah. What is that? A dust storm?
You don't get dust storms on the moon.
It's a vehicle convoy. Got to be. Yeah, they're coming into sight now. Moon rovers.
My God, 20 at least.
And moving hell for leather towards us.
Who are they?
This is Commander Nathan Spring in Moon Rover 3, calling Moonbase.
Ah, there's your answer, chum.
Nathan, he's alive?
Looks like the cavalry's on its way.
I'm currently approaching you with a task force of Star Cops. Lay down your weapons and surrender. We are armed, and we outnumber you by at least 4 to 1.
I thought the comm systems were disabled.
You're still able to use the short-range transmitter on a moon rover. Not much you can do to block a back-to-back radio system.
What you gonna do about that then, sunshine?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
This is Russell Wolf. Can you hear me, Spring?
Loud and clear.
I'm calling to demand safe passage to the shuttle launcher for me and my people. We will then leave for a destination on Earth that will be glad to receive me.
Yeah, that's very amusing.
I'm standing in Moonbase Central Control with about a dozen Moonbase personnel here as my hostages. Not to mention 2 Star Cops.
If you harm any of them...
They're fine, even your people. But if you want them to stay that way, you will do as I say. For starters, I don't want you or any of those other moon rovers to come any closer.
Kenzy, stop here.
You sure?
I'm sure. The others will follow our lead. All right, we've stopped. And that's the only concession you get for now. This isn't going the way you expected to go.
I don't see it that way.
It was clever to try to wipe out the moon comm system, but you overlooked one thing.
The ISPF has its own separate and secure system. I put the shout out and every Star Cop came running.
There are more than 20 armed officers out here.
You listen to me, Spring. If you don't agree to my demands, I'm gonna start killing hostages. 1 every 10 minutes. That blood will be on your hands. You give me your answer now, or I start killing them.
I can't make that decision just like that. Look, I'll order my officers to withdraw from the immediate area, and that will leave just me and Kenzy out here. Give me an hour.
You've got half an hour. Not 1 minute more. End call.
What now?
Now we consider our options.
That's nearly half an hour.
We know. Calm down.
What do you think he'll do?
Spring will agree. He's got no choice.
What if he doesn't?
You getting nervous, Farmer?
You'll shut up. In fact, you both will.
When I was brought on board for this, I was told it would be straightforward. On the shuttle and away. Now look at us.
It was always a possibility that we'd encounter opposition.
Opposition? There's a line of Starcops waiting between us and that shuttle.
Shut up.
Now, you listen to me. I will not be spoken to like that.
Hey, watch him. He's going for your gun.
Right. Don't move, Wolf.
You shoot me, and you'll be dead a second later.
Then don't give me a reason to shoot. Tell your thugs to stand down. I'm waiting.
You tell him, Paul.
You are one gun against 5.
And this one gun is pointing at...
Paul!
Nice one, honey.
Like I said, I'm familiar with these Starcop guns. Nice action.
Oh, I'm glad you decided to come with me.
I love you. We're in this together.
Varma, take your gun back off him.
I think he's dead.
Dead?
I should hope so. I got him square in the chest.
You murdering bitch!
Want to join him?
Grab him! Time up!
Shall I move the body?
Leave him there. As an example to anyone else who wants to be a hero.
Yeah, you tie me up. And when I get free, you better hope you're not around.
Okay, enough of this. Connect me to Spring's Moon Rover.
Connected.
Wolf to Moon Rover 3. Spring, it's been half an hour.
I'm here.
Your answer.
You leave me no choice. Safe passage is granted.
No tricks, Spring.
No tricks.
We're moving out with hostages. If I see those Moon Rovers return, people will start dying.
Understood.
I also want your Moon Rover to pull back. I don't want you anywhere near here when we come out.
Again, understood.
Let me hear from your colleague Kenzy as well. I want to be sure she's with you.
I'm here and I understand too. Satisfied?
And cool. Right. I want 4 hostages. The rest can stay here, tied up.
Do you want this one?
The Starcop?
Yeah, take me with you.
He could be more trouble than he's worth.
Agreed.
I've killed one of them. I could do him as well.
Put the gun down, Alice. You don't want to get a taste for killing people.
You look disappointed, sweetheart. You really got the killer in you.
Just as long as he's securely tied and can't move from here. We're moving out. If we hit trouble, we use the hostages as human shields. Let's go.
All right, everyone. You're safe now. And I promise you, however long it takes, this lot will not get away with this. Though I'm not sure how I keep that promise.
It's this way to the Moon Rover garage.
Lead the way. Come on, Alice. No admiring the view.
I'm just checking Spring. There he goes. His Moon Rover's heading off to join the others.
Of course. He knows we're serious. Let's go.
No, it's no good. These knots are tied to my old granddad on a Saturday night. What? Paul!
Oh, God. My chest. My head.
You're alive!
Yeah. Looks that way, eh?
Well, don't just lie there like a lemon. Untie me.
Where's Wolf and the rest of them?
They're leaving. Looks like he forced Nathan's hand, got himself that free passage.
Doesn't sound like Nathan.
A bit like me, his hands are tied. Well, mine were, thanks. Yeah, you all right? She got you in the chest, she said she killed you.
Hey, she mentioned she was familiar with our guns. She must have put it onto the stun setting.
Well, Wolf wasn't going to back down. Instead of killing you, chum, I reckon she saved your life.
Right. Once you finish suiting up, we'll go through to the Moon Rover with the hostages.
Will we all fit in a Moon Rover?
We'll fit. First, open a channel to Moon Rover 3. Spring, are you receiving me?
I'm still here.
And the Aussie?
Yeah, the Aussie is still here.
We're coming out shortly. Remember, the slightest trick and people start dying.
Mate, you've made yourself very clear.
Hang on. There.
What? What are you shooting at?
I saw something. Someone. Movement at the end of the corridor.
I don't see anyone.
They ducked out of sight. It was a star cop.
Varma, check it out. Take the custodians.
Right.
I'll watch the hostages. I'll take them back up this other corridor out of the way.
No, they stay here.
I won't take them far.
I said no. Alice, what are you doing?
The right thing. All of you, quick, run!
Alice, no!
Thanks for showing me how these emergency bulkheads work.
They're gone!
They're safe.
I'm going after them. Out of the way.
Over my dead body.
That might be necessary.
There was no one there. Where are the hostages?
Past that bulkhead. Move her out the way so we can get them back.
No one comes through here. Everybody else, back off. I mean it. I'll shoot.
Ha! Well done, Varma. Nice shot. But, oh, Alice. You are such a disappointment. I never thought you'd betray me.
And I never thought you'd turn out to be a homicidal gangster.
We've wasted enough time. And the hostages are long gone. We need to get out of here.
What about her?
Kill her.
All right. Sorry, Alice. I'll make it.
You didn't make it quick enough, though, did you?
You two, do the smart thing and drop those guns, now!
All right. Yes, all right.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you.
You done well.
Hang on. Where's Wolf?
He's gone. He's going through the airlock. He'll reach the moon rover.
We've got to get after him.
I'll go.
Hang on, that's our job.
There's no time. I'm the only one in a suit.
You watch these two.
Where the hell is the door control on this thing? Oh, bingo. Time to get aboard.
Russell, step down from that hatch.
Alice! Well, you're persistent, aren't you? Just like in our army days.
You're coming back with me.
You're strong, Alice, but as in business, I know how to exploit a weakness. And that is a nasty hand injury you've got. Painful, no? It's been lovely, Alice, and it's been fun, mostly, but the fun stopped. I'm going now, but first, Varma dropped this, so I thought I'd pick it up.
You'd really kill me.
It occurs to me that you know way too much that could help the authorities. Say goodbye, Alice.
Tell you what, Wolf. Instead, why don't you drop that gun before I blow your head off? What do you say?
Spring!
My demands this time. Do it. And not in half an hour.
All right. How did you get here? I spoke to you on comms. I made a direct connection to the moon rover to make sure.
Nathan Spring to Moon Rover 3. Are you receiving me, Nathan? Receiving you loud and clear, Nathan.
What?
In fact, that's not me. It's a box.
A box?
Yes, a box. I came out here the first 5 minutes of that half hour you gave me and left that box minding the shop with Kenzy.
Very clever. Bravo.
Yeah, Russell Wolf. You're nicked. Again. Alice?
Oh, Commander Spring, hello.
I hope you don't mind me coming round to your garden like this. There was no answer at the front door.
Of course. Please, take a seat.
Thanks. How are you?
Still trying to get my head around the fact that the man I loved for years and planned to spend my life with was a gangster and wanted to kill me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm fine. Or I will be.
How's the hand?
Now that really is fine. Good as new, in fact. It's amazing what they can do with reconstructive surgery these days. See?
Yeah, it's remarkable. I hear you've been a great asset to the groundside inquiry teams.
I've done what I can.
including helping them to access Russell Wolfe's computerized records, which has pretty much exposed the Collective's entire criminal network. It's clear now that Wolfe saw the Collective as an opportunity to fill the gap left when the criminal groups behind the Mother Earth attacks were closed down.
He said he saw the Collective as a business project. Crazy.
The other thing I'm pleased to tell you is that you are officially exonerated. The first advocate has formally declared that you're no longer a person of interest in the Collective inquiry. She's satisfied you knew nothing about Wolfe's crimes.
Finally.
Yes. I'm also pleased because it allows me to raise something with you.
What's that?
Well, with Wolfe International closed down, along with the other businesses associated with the Collective, I suppose that means you're out of a job. I did wonder if I could interest you in a new career. Not unlike your army career.
Are you asking me?
You've impressed me. Not just with what you did on the moon, but earlier with your tenacity and diligence, your investigative ability, your integrity.
Integrity. It took you a while to be convinced about that one. You had to arrest and lock me up first. So, you are asking me?
Yes. I have an inspector vacancy. The job is yours if you want it, Alice. Well?
Let me think about it.
Oh, yes, of course. How long would you like?
I thought about it. When do I start?
Well, as soon as you like, Inspector Okoro.
You have been listening to Star Cops, The High Frontier, Escape and Evasion by Andrew Smith. Nathan Spring was played by David Calder, Pal Kenzy, Linda Newton, Colin Devis, Trevor Cooper, Paul Bailey, Philip Olivier, Alice Okoro, Lindsay Murrell, Russell Wolfe, Wilf Scolding, Sanchita Varma, Nisha Nair. All other roles were played by members of the cast. The director was Helen Goldwyn, script editor Roland Moore, sound design Steve Foxon, music Howard Carter, producer Emma Haig, executive producers Nicholas Briggs and Jason Haig Ellery.
I'm Linda Newton and I play Inspector Pal Kenzy, currently acting Chief Superintendent Pal Kenzy. Nathan, wake up!
Kenzy?
Oh, that's a relief. Welcome back, mate.
Was that you in the moon room?
I saw your little firework display. You were lucky. She loves solving crime. You know, that's her raison d'etre. She defends people that she thinks are not guilty. She's worked it out, probably slightly, for various reasons, she's ahead of Nathan on the next step of this. She's a great believer in justice, and she can see things, and she gets frustrated with Nathan because she's right, and she likes to be right, Kenzy. And Nathan's such a by-the-book person, and Kenzy will cut corners and follow her instinct. She's got, a real detective's nose. She'll follow that, put herself on the line.
My name is David Calder and I play Commander Nathan Spring.
What do you make of that?
It's hard to know. It could be real or it could be a pantomime for our benefit. He's not a sentimentalist. I mean, so all the circumstantial evidence points to Alice as being a bad one, because she's a concealed character in herself, so that she's hard to make out, and yet every circumstance she's in is not a good one. In this episode, has been picked up unconscious, with the only other person being a dead body and her boss. So, the clear implication that she was involved in it. And until that is cleared up in any way, shape or form, there's every reason to believe that she is a hard case member of the collective. But there's also something about the way that she handles herself that just leaves enough room for manoeuvre for Nathan to think, I'm not quite sure what is going on with this person, and there's something about her. And of course, although Pal Kenzy, of course, is ahead of the game, and she knows, she's absolutely, her instinct is screaming that Alice is okay.
My name is Lindsay Morell, Alice Okoro. This collective is nasty, cruel, and merciless. That's not something that the man I know and love would have anything to do with.
Then want to tell us what he was doing in that mine, trying to kill one of our officers?
So we are finally starting to see the truth of the situation, because we've been following her and everybody's been suspicious of her. We're not sure if she is a baddie or not. And we're starting to see her connection with Russell Wolfe, the owner of Wolfe International, and that he's actually the baddie and she's not connected with him in that way. So yeah, the truth is being revealed. She's good at heart and doesn't know anything about, that's the crazy thing. She doesn't actually know what's really going on with Russell Wolfe, who is her lover, we find out as well. He's been hiding a lot from her.
Hello, I'm Emma Haig, and I'm the producer of this series of Star Cops. And it was great to develop and write a new returning character, somebody who the Star Cops, can spar off, and she can spar off them. She and Kenzy in particular have this sort of, to begin with, this love-hate relationship, quite a sparring relationship to begin with.
Kenzy's always been a bit ambivalent about Alice, because previously they were in a situation where they had to work together to stay alive, really. And they did. So that's what's interesting about Alice, and what Kenzy sees more about Alice than anyone else in the Star Cops, because she's been in those situations. So whilst she's sure Alice would have to be part of the collective, because you couldn't not know in Kenzy's mind, she's open to what Alice might be.
The nice thing is that I haven't read all of the scripts together, so you're reading them as you go along. So you're discovering in a similar way to the listeners. So it's nice to play, because you have to play the reality of the scene, but I know eventually that she is playing the other side. And I do wonder if the listeners will catch on to that, because she does, you get little hints where she says, I know these guns and everything. But then you're like, wait a minute. It sounded like she's been suspicious of Russell this whole time, and now she's switched again. So it's nice to have that kind of back and forth feeling and to play that. And then in the end, she is fine. So it's good.
It was lovely to work with Lindsay again. I first met Lindsay when she came and was in UFO 1, Series 1. And she's been in Series 2 as well. And she's a delight to work with. And in UFO, the first series of UFO, we recorded the whole thing remotely, so I didn't actually meet her. So this, when she came in for Star Cops, was the first time I actually met Lindsay. So it was really nice to actually have her in the studio. And she's a really instinctive actor, and I think really enjoyed getting to know Alice and bringing her to life. And she's a great addition to the team, and is a great sort of it's created a bit more push-pull amongst the Star Cops and with Paul as well. It's mixed up that energy and those relationships, which has been really fun to play with in the writing and the directing of these series.
I'm Philip Olivier, and I play Paul Bailey. Paul comes back from compassionate leave and is ready to get stuck in. It's quite an action-packed episode. Him and Devis are back together, working to try and break down the collective. They get taken hostage, and as I was reading through the script, my character gets shot, and actually I thought I was dead just after the death of my mother, and then I thought, great, I die. But fortunately, Alice Okoro was familiar with the guns as in training, and she set the gun to stun. And so I didn't die, thank God. And I come back at the end, and it's kind of nice to save the day.
My chest. My head.
You're alive!
Yeah. Looks that way, eh?
Well, don't just lie there like a lemon. Untie me!
When there's a lot going on, and there's quite a few in the cast, and it's choppy, changey, it is quite difficult to record. However, Helen's great, and she kind of likes to go in sequence, which is really helpful, because if we were to be going out to sequence and just keeping in with the characters, it would prove pretty difficult. So we're halfway through, and yeah, it's gone fine so far. I kind of like the action stuff, especially after the draining stuff that we recorded yesterday. It's nice to just be back in the action.
My name is Wilf Scolding, and I play Russell Wolfe.
You are such a disappointment. I never thought you'd betray me.
And I never thought you'd turn out to be a homicidal gangster.
So Wolf in this episode, I think by now the audience understand that he's not very nice as a person. He runs lots of nasty things, including the collective. Kenzy finds out. So by now the audience knows something that other characters don't, which is always a fun concept to play with.
I haven't actually got to work with Wilf yet, so that's all to come. That's going to be fun, because Kenzy doesn't like to be wrong. Kenzy can be quite a stroppy person, and she can also be quite empathetic. She's a bit of a mixture. And there's extra pressure on this. Paul's not around, so they're reduced in number, and that's why she's been thinking about what the angle might be, because they've got to do this on reduced numbers, and there's just the three of them. They've got to work it out.
At the beginning of the episode, Wolf still hadn't revealed to his lover, Alice, about his crimey ways. So it's a lovely journey for him, gradually getting found out, and his true character coming through, and the desperation of being trapped in a corner and that sort of thing. It's fun to play.
It is paining her to have these conversations with him, to find out what's really going on. And it must be a very shocking situation to be in. You know, there's so much going on, and to find out as you're going along in these cells and everything, this man that I knew and loved is not who I thought he was at all. It seems like she did care about him a lot and wants to stick by him, but the more and more she finds out, it's not worth it for her, because that's not who she is.
It's a gift to be able to play two sides of one character and try and do that so convincingly is a challenge, but it's lovely to get your teeth into. With every person, we've got light and dark inside us, hopefully not as dark as Wolf. So to explore that, it just makes the character more believable as well.
The one thing about Star Cops is that when we started this, and of course when it was first produced in the 80s, 90s, of course space exploration and development was nowhere near as evolved as it now is. And what's caught us out is that some of the stuff that we kind of thought would have been way in the future is now caught up with us, and so we're having to think even further forward. We have to involve in space the ability of what one can do in space even more, which is great fun to sort of have to think about. But the most important thing I think about Star Corps is that it is still, despite its setting and all the whizzy technology and what we can do, it's a human story. That's the thing I like the most out of this series, that we can really evolve these characters and dive into their history and to really push them and see where we can take them next. And fingers crossed we can do more of that in the future, and I look forward to seeing where we can take them all next.
It's been great being back on the moon. Obviously our 3-year break down to COVID, but it's nice to be back in the swing of things, and it feels like we haven't left, to be honest. And it's good that it kind of leaves on a cliffhanger where the Star Cops are intertwined with this massive group called the Collective. And it's going to be interesting that Alice Okoro has been signed up, and she's intertwined as well. So let's see what the next set of episodes bring.
I have an inspector vacancy. The job is yours if you want it, Alice. Well?
Let me think about it.
Well, of course. How long would you like?
I've thought about it. When do I start?
Well, as soon as you like, Inspector Okoro.
She's ready, you know, she makes her decision in a second. So, yeah, I think she'd be great and enjoy it.
Particularly working with David and Trevor. It's like 35 years haven't happened. We just slot back into a rapport and a repartee it's great fun. I think it really informs the scenes, the way we get on. I think we were all disappointed, I think, that the original TV series wasn't supported. I think we felt it could have been really terrific, and it just was not supported. And it was not sold anywhere. It was screened once in England, and that was it. And yet somehow, you know, it's the little engine that could, Star Cops. It didn't die. It shouldn't have died, but we all thought it had died, and then it didn't die. And even COVID couldn't kill it. You know, 2 years of lockdown, and yet again, we're doing it. It's fantastic.